Hi Taurus, it's Trishna. Welcome to your September 2021 Love, Psychic, and Tarot reading. So what I'm getting for you, Taurus, for September of 2021 is I feel like relationships for you right now are just in an okay place. I feel like things aren't really moving quickly or moving along the timeline that you thought that they were going to move in. If you're currently in a relationship, maybe you thought you would be engaged by now, or maybe you thought you're going to be married by now, and somehow that just hasn't really happened. Maybe there were actual dates that were already set for engagement or for getting married, but they've somehow faded away and didn't really happen, and it's almost like maybe it wasn't entirely discussed. It's just something that was planned, but then it just didn't happen somehow. And I feel like you're disappointed about this. I feel like this is something that's happening to you, not something that you're necessarily doing to your partner. And I feel like COVID is sometimes an excuse that comes up for why things haven't been working out or why you two haven't moved forward in the relationship in the way that you guys thought you would. But I feel like a part of you feels like that's just a cop-out excuse, and that's not really what the real reason is, but your partner is maybe using that as an excuse for some reason. So I feel like what you've been doing is you've been trying to distract yourself, or maybe just try not to feel these feelings, or like maybe make yourself feel better by throwing yourself entirely into work and projects and things like that. And I feel like you don't really know what you're going to do about this. I feel like you're definitely not going to leave your partner. You know that you love them, and this is kind of it. They are the one. But aside from that, you really don't know what you're going to do. You just don't know how to handle this, because it feels like the ball is somewhat, or maybe even entirely, in their court. And so all you are able to do is to really figure out how to feel okay with the situation until it changes, with the mindset that you feel like maybe you won't ever change. All right, Taurus. So normally I get some kind of guidance in the intuitive portion as well. And I feel like I left you a little bit answerless, but I didn't really get the guidance, and I just shared what I get. So I started to pull the tarot cards, and it's going to answer that for you. And also, I feel like these cards that came out really resonate with what we just talked about in the intuitive portion. So the first card that we have, and please note that I'm using a new camera, and it is very blurry, and I haven't figured out how to fix it yet. One day I will, maybe. But first of all, we have the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands, I feel like what this is trying to say is you have these seeds that you have planted, and they've been planted in the past, and they grew to be wonderful things. Things were moving in the right direction. The work that you put into the relationship was really paying off. You were doing all of the right things, and as a result, you're getting all the results that you desired. But you're wondering what really happened. You're looking out of the world, and you're like, hey, this kind of worked, but then it didn't work. What's really going on? Then we have the Two of Pentacles, and this I feel represents you trying to make that decision. It's not so much a decision that you're trying to make in terms of what action are you going to take or what are you going to do about the relationship. It's really a decision that you're trying to make about how are you going to handle this? How are you going to feel? You know that you want to feel differently, but you don't really know how to go about it. And sometimes you don't even know how you should feel. Should you be upset? You feel like you should be. But if you are going to be upset, how are you going to handle that in a productive way that allows you to continue to move forward in other areas of your life really productively? So you're dealing with some kind of decisions of trying to figure out, what do I do about this? So the next two cards are the Ace of Swords. So this is the next card. When I look here, I'm looking at my computer, which is getting my video feed that helps me know if I'm too blurry with this new camera, because sometimes it's blurry. But anyways, so next card is the Ace of Swords, and what I'm feeling with this card is I feel like there is going to be a victory here that you're going to have in your life. So I see this as a few different options. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it will apply to different Tauruses differently. So what I'm feeling for you, Taurus, for one section of you is that victory is going to be, and some of you may not like this, but it may be that you end up entering into a new relationship. Now, what that means is that you're going to be in your current relationship, but maybe 3 months down the line, 2 months down the line, there's going to be someone else who enters the picture. And you're going to make a decision to leave your current partner and join this other partner. And right now, that may not feel good because when you think about it, you're like, well, I've already invested so much time in this relationship. I planted these seeds and I've seen them grow and everything was working out and I don't know why it stopped. And I put so much work into this. I don't really want to start over with someone new. I've been with this person for so long and I've gotten comfortable and happy and really close to this person. And I have to start all over from the very beginning in terms of emotional connection with somebody and also in terms of time. And when you're with somebody who you've been with for a while, at least there's some kind of certainty that they're probably going to be there for a while going forward. With a new person, you don't really know how that's going to happen, how that's going to land, if anything's even going to work out beyond a few months. But what I feel, Taurus, is when this person comes into your life, that the decision is going to be very easy for you, because for those of you that this is going to happen to you, you're going to realize that your relationship, it's going to feel very dead in the water. It's going to feel like, I don't know, just the word that I get is very dead. It's just dead in the water. Nothing's really happening. There's almost no emotion being returned to you from your partner. It's not that they don't love you, but they're just like focused on other things or seeming bored in the relationship. And in comes this new person who is going to be all in, going to sweep you off your feet, going to make you feel really good. And I feel like your concerns about having to start over completely or having spent a lot of time in this relationship, you don't want to have to start new with someone else. I feel like your next relationship with this person is going to move very fast. I think the results that you wanted in this relationship, you're going to get in that relationship very soon. And I think that you're going to really enjoy this person in your life. I feel like they're going to have the kinds of enthusiasm and love that you've been wanting in your relationship, that you've been asking your partner for, really hoping to get from your partner. You're going to get from this other person. They're going to come in, they're going to be so friendly, so nice, so kind, so compassionate, so involved and engaged and high energy, and you're going to love it. And it's going to very nicely complement your sometimes calmer demeanor, Taurus. Your current partner is on the other side of the spectrum right now. They're like too calm. You're like generally the calm person, but they're like down here. And that's why it seems a little dead in the water, because that's not what you need. That's not what you're looking for. So that's what I feel for some of you Tauruses. Is that the plural? Tauruses. For other Tauri, however you say it, I feel like there's going to be a reconnection with your current partner. I feel like things are going to start working out. They're going to, somehow something's going to click in their brain and they're going to want to get engaged, and you two are just going to work out together and it's going to feel really good and really amazing. Maybe somebody tells them something and it triggers something, and then they suddenly are just like, wow, like I need to be more invested in my relationship, or like, wow, I love, my Taurus. Or maybe they have a dream or something like that. I feel like there's going to be something that comes in that's going to give you the victory that you are looking for. Finally, we have the 10 of Wands. With the 10 of Wands, this looks kind of bad. It looks like someone who's carrying a very heavy burden, or someone who's like kind of hiding behind their feelings. But I feel like this is really the guidance message for you, Taurus. I feel like what this is trying to say is that you've been doing this job of trying to bury yourself in your work. Your relationship isn't working out. You planted all these seeds, you did all this work, and you're not getting results. So you know what? I'm going to go focus on my career, because whenever I put in certain effort, I get certain results, and I know that it's what happens. It's cause and effect, and it's correlated. But in love, it's like I did all this cause, but I'm not getting the effect, and it used to work, but it's not anymore, and I don't know what's going on with this, and I can't figure it out, and I don't know how to change it. So I'm going to go focus on something that I can control a little bit better in my life, where I can have expectations. I put this in and I'm going to get this out, and it's going to be consistent and it's reliable, and it gives me a sense of certainty and calm and security that I'm looking for. So you've kind of, in trying to make yourself feel better, you've started to bury yourself in your work. And I feel like maybe some of you think that you're doing a better job of dealing with your emotions because you are trying to refocus. But I feel like it hasn't really, instead of like kind of, using your feelings in a productive way and using work as a beautiful outlet for it, I feel like instead you've kind of been hiding your emotions or numbing your emotions or cutting your emotions off whenever you go off and do work. So the guidance for you is that putting your energy in career is fine, but just make sure that you are channeling it in positive ways. You're not cutting yourself off, trying to distract yourself or not think about love, but that I feel like what it's trying to say is this is a good time for you to invest in other things in your life, but make sure that's an investment and not a distraction. And this is also a good time for you to hang out with other people in your life. Bring in more of your friends, spend more time with them, because there is a lot of like pent up emotions around this. Of course, like you put so much time and effort into a relationship with someone that you love, like, and somehow things just aren't really working out or being reciprocated. Of course, like that would create a lot of emotions. It's very understandable. And I think that if you spend more time with friends or colleagues or whatever it is, but with other people, I feel like it's going to help you connect with others and help you like truly heal from the relationship versus trying to distract yourself from the relationship. It's going to help you heal. And I think that you're dispersing your energy in more directions instead of just like your partner, which you don't think that you're doing because you think you're actually doing it too much in career. But even though you're doing it in career, all the time you're still worrying about your relationship or still thinking about your relationship while you're in your career. I hope this is making sense. It's like you're cutting yourself off from your emotions, but in doing that, you're thinking about it the entire time that you think you're focused on something else. Okay. So this is just saying to spend more time with other people, diversify, disperse your energy with other people, and it's going to be very healing. You're not going to be so pent up with the stress of the relationship because it's going to be spread out, and you're going to feel a lot better and a lot more open. And I feel like that's really going to bring in the flow of the solution, which is either a new person for some of you coming in that is exactly what you want, or some kind of epiphany that your partner has, and then they snap back into exactly what you want or the results that you have been working so hard for. So that is what I'm getting for you, Taurus. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you got the guidance that you needed. And if you would like to have a one-on-one reading with me, please check the description box below. There will be a link, and you can go to my page on my website, and I offer in-person tarot readings, and I also offer audio version readings, so you can check that out. And there's a few different kinds of readings, like the year ahead, which is a really great reading for your birthday or anytime really, or the new year, or even as a gift for others. And I have a few other versions, love, manifesting, etc. So if you're interested in that, please check it out, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, and I will see you in my next video.